E-commerce brands, companies, anybody that sells online, I'm about to show you exactly how to organize your split testing strategy and improve your conversions and sales every single month. So this is essentially just going to be the way we lay out our split tests and how you can optimize to increase your conversions on every aspect of your email marketing, but even your conversion rate optimization on your website, your ads, anything like that, and keep it all organized and keep it all very easy to do every single month so that everything is getting better. Your conversions are improving all the time. So why even do this? This part is really interesting. So the reason is simple, my friend. We all think we're very smart marketers, and we all have the confidence that we could write a sales letter or design an email and it'll generate thousands of dollars out of thin air. But then the market comes along and either proves you right or makes you question your entire career. The simple truth here is that no matter how smart you are or how great of a marketer you think you are, the market always knows best. Even the guys at the very top of this game admit that they don't even know what will and won't convert. For example, this is a really cool example. So Golden Hippo is a $1 billion copywriting or marketing company owned by Craig Clemens, and he replied to one of my tweets proving this theory that I'm talking about. So as you can see here, you should be able to see this is an ad that popped up on someone's feed. It says, Michael Jordan says our wallet is awesome. And then in this text down here, it says, to be fair, this is just a dude with the same name as the famous basketball player, but it was worth spending countless hours sifting through 40,000 plus 5-star reviews to catch this lucky break. So it's a funny ad. It's kind of like a curiosity invoking funny ad. Now, this guy tweeted this ad and he said, came across this ad by Extra Wallets today. Shout out Extra Wallets. He said, what do you think? I quote tweeted it and I said, you probably can't read this in the video, but I quote tweeted it and I say, some are saying this ad is cool for show but doesn't make you want to buy. That's just what people are saying in the replies. But it grabs your attention and immediately tells your subconscious that they have tons of customers that love the product, and it also spikes curiosity with the image. What I meant is that this image it's a side angle and it looks unique, so it spikes a lot of curiosity. And the ad is showing that the market there's a lot of people that love this product, which is great. And then I said, and like at Craig Clemens says, you never know what will hit until the market decides. The janitor could have the winning ad angle for all you know. And then Craig Clemens himself replies to this and says, yep, I'm still wrong about what will convert all the time. So if that's not proof enough for you that you need to split test and see what the market likes, then I don't know what to tell you. So long story short, this simply just means we should be running split tests whenever we can, simply so we can see what the market is going to be buying more from. So let's get into organization. So at the top, here's a link. It's a free spreadsheet to use for yourself. This spreadsheet is going to be in this document, this full document that I'm going through is going to be in the link of this video or in the description of this video. You can get the link. It's no opt-in. I'm going to give it away totally free. So you can hit this link and go to this spreadsheet. And so this spreadsheet is essentially what we're about to go over. So you'll notice that inside that spreadsheet, there's a separate page for campaigns, flows, and opt-in forms. That's simply just to stay organized and keep everything separate, and so that all your tests are in their own little category. If you're doing something like conversion rate optimization on your website, or you're doing ad testing or something like that, you can add a page for those as well and have those be a separate page. But in this section, I'm going to break down each column of that spreadsheet so you can use it at a high level and use it well for yourself. A couple of these columns you could probably get rid of and not use, but I would say just use it out, test it out, and see what works best for you. So first column here is date started. So this is the day that you set the test live, obviously. Some of these are going to be obvious. Then you got test subject title. So this is the name of the campaign, email, the flow, or the opt-in form that you're testing on, or whatever else you're testing on. Like the actual name of it. What's being tested? So this is the actual thing you're testing. So an example might be a normal opt-in form, your control. If you don't know, the control is like the base version of it that's currently running at the top rate, versus with a question page with as the first step. So that might be an example of what is being tested. Then you have your expected outcomes. So this is your reason for running the test. What are you trying to find out? What do you think will win? Like, what's the purpose? Metric being tracked. So this is going to be the number that will tell you which variation wins in the end. So this might be conversion rate. It might be dollars generated. It might be open rate, whatever you want to optimize for in this test. In my opinion, most of the time you should just optimize for dollars generated. There are some cases where I personally, and I would say use your best discretion on this, but there are some cases where I'll optimize a test for open rate or for conversion rate, but in the end, dollars generated is what really matters. But yeah, let's move on to the next section. So winning variation, this is obviously just the variation that wins in the end. Then date winner was selected is just the date that you ended the test and selected the winner. Statistical significance is where you put the actual numbers of the test. So this should be the results of the metric that you put in the metric being tracked column. And you put the results of each variation here in statistical significance. All right, moving on to the process. So this part is going to be really quick and simple because the whole point of this is so that you can do it really easily at the end of every single month. So at the end of every month, do the bullet point process below. This could go for anything. This could go for your email flows, your campaigns, your opt-in forms, your ads, you name it. It's also important to note here that this doesn't have to just be an end of the month thing. Don't be married to that. Like, you could easily go off track and say, like, okay, this split test is showing us a really good result right now before we expected it to. Let's select this winner here and move on to the next. That's the beauty of having this spreadsheet to organize everything, is because you can have it at your access whenever you need to make a change. And it doesn't matter because the dates are in there. You'll always see when you started and when you ended. So it's a really good process to use. But let's go through these bullet points. So number one, so usually we assume this is about a week before the month ends. We'll review all current split tests. So for the ones that have enough data to decide a winner on, like, okay, we have significant data here. It's pretty clear who the winner is. It's like a 10 to 15% boost over the other. Let's decide that winner. And then you're going to report that data in your testing spreadsheet because that test is completed. You have all the data. The whole row should be filled out in the spreadsheet. Then for the tests that need more time, just leave them running as normal. No worries. You can fill them in later when they're actually finished. Then the second part of this is deciding what you want to test next. So usually for this, we'll be doing a full audit on every account at the end of every month. So for context, we run an email and SMS marketing agency. So we work within Klaviyo. And at the end of every month, we audit the entire account to see what's lacking, what tests are working, what we want to test next. And then this would just be part of that audit. So I recommend doing that, just auditing everything and deciding where are our weak points and then what do we want to test. Because that way you find the weak point in the account, and then you can decide what makes sense to test from there to try to improve it. And the best way to do all of this is just list it all out and make a plan to implement it, which is essentially what I just said. And then in the spreadsheet, there's this section, which is the what's being tested section. And I'm not sure if you can read this in the video, but here it says green equals unused and then blue equals implement ASAP / currently testing. So what we'll do is if there's a test that we want to run in the future, like maybe those will be down here, we'll highlight all of those green. That way we know it's unused and it's kind of just like an idea. So you can also use this as an ideation bank. Then blue equals implement ASAP, or it's currently already testing. So maybe we'll have 3 tests that we're working on setting up. Those will be highlighted blue, just like that. So now you can see, we can clearly see by looking at it. Obviously this would have a bunch of text in it, but you can see exactly what's being tested or what's being set up and then what's for the future. So this document's going to be totally free, and you're just going to have to make a copy of it, and then you can use it for yourself. But if this interests you whatsoever, we do this for every single one of our clients at Raimcopy, which is an email and SMS marketing agency for e-commerce brands primarily. And we guarantee to increase your monthly email and SMS sales, 30 to 100K a month in just 60 days, or you don't pay. That's usually just for brands that are established, but whether you're at a high level or not, we can still put a guarantee on our deal. Make sure you get great results. If you want to see the results we've driven, I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can check those out and book a call with me if you are interested in talking. And if you want content like this sent directly to your inbox 5 times per week, there's going to be another link in the description to jump on my email list. I send emails to that list 5 times every week with both deep in the weeds skills like this, but also like high level principles that you can use to make more money. So hope you found this valuable. I'll see you inside the email list.